Dare to play. Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. This is my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery-solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That'll tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the plane ticket and you'll be on your way. P.G. Krollmeister has hired me to investigate a series of equipment meltdowns that have been plaguing the prominent Oklahoma storm research team he sponsors. Since his team has been expected to win the $100 million grant at stake in the upcoming Green Sky Storm competition, Krollmeister suspects that there is something far more sinister than simple equipment failure going on. I'll be joining the team undercover, replacing their previous intern Pete, who wound up with a broken leg after one of the accidents stranded him directly in the path of a storm. Stepping in at the most dangerous and chaotic period of the chase season, I'm going to have to keep my wits about me to stay on top of the sabotage and the storms. Whoa, oh my gosh! That's a weird piece of debris. Whoa, it's filled with money. I better take this and see who it belongs to. All right, got it. This doesn't seem right. Looks like garbage. Don't need this. Mice! I agreed to tornadoes, but I did not sign up for mice.
Nancy, is that you?
Yes, that's me.
Scott wants to meet you.
Be right there.
Nancy Drew, you made it. I'm Scott Varnell, the person in charge of this meteorological train wreck. Welcome aboard.
Did you see the tornado?
What tornado? Thanks to the lousy equipment that uncle of yours stuck us with, we just spent the last hour chasing down a bunch of cumulonimbi barely capable of spawning a spring shower, let alone a tornado. Wait a minute. Did you see a tornado?
Well, yeah. As I was driving up to the farmhouse, it wasn't that big, but it sure threw a lot of debris around.
Well, isn't that just peachy? We spend hours racing all over the countryside, and where's all the action? Right in our own backyard. We're never gonna win this thing. The school's gonna pull the plug on us, sell the farm, and that's gonna be all she wrote. And it's all Krollmeister's fault for saddling us with a bunch of Bush League junk. But now that you're here, maybe our luck will change. You'll be reporting to Debbie, but make no mistake, I call the shots around here. In fact, 2 things you need to do right off the bat. I gotta give a workshop on tornado preparedness at the junior high school next week, so put a sample disaster kit together for me. If anything's missing, go up the road to Mon Paz and get it there.
What else would you like me to do?
Second thing you need to do is redesign the warning siren layout for the local community. They just got a set of new sirens and their range is different, so the town asked me, and now I'm telling you, to figure out where to place them so if there is a tornado, everyone will be within earshot of a siren. All the information you need is on the chart in the other room. You have questions about anything, bug Debbie, not me. Nice meeting you. That tornado you just saw. What'd you think?
What do you mean?
Were you excited? Terrified? Did it make you want to go home? What?
Actually, that tornado is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I can't wait to see another one.
Now that's what I like to see. Wish I could get that sort of enthusiasm out of my students these days. Between you and me, the last few years I've gotten stuck with the worst students. I could be telling them about the most exciting storms on record, and all I get back is a sea of bored faces. Before they defunded my department, I got the best of the best. Students who really cared, like Debbie, but those days are over.
That must really be disappointing.
What are you, like 18? Do me a favor, kid, don't talk to me about disappointment till you've lived long enough to experience it firsthand. I'm sorry, Nancy, I know you meant well. Anyway, good news is it looks like weather conditions for the next 2 weeks are going to be ideal for tornado genesis. Which means we could be in for a record-breaking string of tornadoes. You may be putting that enthusiasm to good use.
I sure hope so.
Nancy, hi! You've met Scott, the project leader. I'm Debbie, the project manager.
You're the one who'll be giving me orders?
Pretty much. First thing every morning, drop by to see me. I'll let you know what has to be done that day.
Sounds like you've been having a lot of equipment problems.
Let's just say that Scott is extremely good at misdirecting blame.
You think the problems are really Scott's fault?
But hey, I could be wrong. Which, by the way, is something you'll never hear him say. Anyway, as for the rest of today, those 2 jobs Scott gave you, get them done. Pretty much everything he says in there, I can hear out here. He's not exactly a low talker. The chart with all the siren stuff is in the living room, and that computer quiz you took will tell you what needs to go into the kit. If any items are missing, you can go to Ma and Pa's general store up the road and buy them. Just purchase wisely, our budget is very limited. And if you haven't introduced yourself to Pa or finished the filing, please do so. And once you're done with all that, you can head out to the cornfield and fix the sprinkler system.
Fix the sprinkler system?
See, this farmhouse and the acreage it sits on were donated to Canute as a research facility. The chase team gets it during tornado season. The agricultural team's here the rest of the year, so we've agreed to maintain whatever projects they've got going in their absence. Right now, they're in the middle of collaborating on something with this big mucky-muck research center in Hawaii, which is just another way of saying, fix those sprinklers ASAP.
I found this box out front when I arrived. Thought maybe I better turn it in.
Wow. There must be a couple $100 in here. Job. Thanks. Payment enclosed.
You don't know whose it is?
No idea. I heard you tell Scott about seeing that tornado, so my guess is the Twister carried it in from somewhere else. Maybe even somewhere miles from here.
I'd feel better if you kept it.
Sure. When I get a chance, I'll call the sheriff and report it.
That's it for now.
Okay. Oh, and thanks for driving that car up here for us. That was a big help. See ya.
All right, that's how it should look.
Hi, I'm Frosty. As you can probably tell from all this equipment, I'm the media guy. Still pictures, audio, video, digital, analog. I do it all. Do it pretty darn well, too.
Is there a story behind the name Frosty?
Sure is. A couple of years ago, before I met Scott or any other tornado chasers for that matter, I was out taking pictures of this ginormous thunderstorm that was brewing outside Norman. I'd drive for a while, jump out, snap some pictures, roll some video, jump back in, drive some more, just looking for good pictures, you know? I wasn't really paying attention to what the storm was doing until all of a sudden it got really, really dark. And then it just started pouring. And I mean, rain was coming down like my car had stopped under Niagara Falls, and the wind was blowing and the car was swaying, and then it started to hail. First just dime-sized stuff, then quarter-sized, then golf ball-sized, then all of a sudden, the windshield shatters and a hailstone the size of a fist lands in my lap. Then another, then another. Turns out I'd punched the core of an incredibly powerful HP supercell.
You'd punched the what of the who?
HP means high precipitation, lots of rain, and a supercell is a cloud formation capable of producing severe thunderstorms. The core is the worst part of a supercell, where violent updrafts can produce huge hailstones, to say nothing of tornadoes.
Did you see one?
That time? No. But I did roll down my window and start shooting, and I came away with photos and footage of hail that no one's been able to top yet. Overnight, I went from being Tobias Harlow, run-of-the-mill photographer, to Frosty Harlow, fearless documenter of extreme weather phenomena.
What happened to your arm?
What, these scratches? Just a few minor war wounds. See, I was climbing the fence next to the old Fraser Creek windmill so I could get a clear shot of some mammatus clouds. And what happens? I dropped my camera bag right into a patch of brambles. Thorns just about took my arm off when I went to grab it.
Have you ever been, seriously injured?
Nah, but then I'm still relatively new to the storm chasing biz. I joined the team last year after their photographer quit halfway through. This is my first full season. I'm the best thing that's ever happened to this team, I might add. I'm good.
I'll catch you later.
Take care.
Again? All right, Mouse. This house isn't big enough for the both of us. Did that. Check. 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 Did that. Did that.
Whoever just came in, give me a hand over here, would you?
Sure.
Save me a lot of time if you kindly fix the LED display on the dash while I fix the wiring out here.
But I've never fixed an LED display before.
Just get inside and I'll tell you what's what.
Okay.
What y'all are looking at is the fuse board for the screen. Fuses are all there and they're all good, but the display won't work till you rearrange them. See how they numbered from 1 to 8?
Yeah?
What you gotta do is rearrange them so no consecutively numbered fuses are touching in any direction.
Including diagonals?
Yep. Fuse number 1 can't be touching fuse number 2, which can't be touching 3, which can't be touching 4, and so on. Got that?
I think so.
Good. You know you're done when the screen lights up. With any luck, I'll be done out here about the same time.
I did it! The screen says it's initializing.
And I'm done out here. How's that for timing?
You're Nancy, the new gopher, ain't you? Well, I'm Chase. I ain't gonna shake your hand because my hand's kind of a mess. Again, I appreciate the help.
What do you do on the team?
Right now, I'm fixing the car the fella you were replacing was driving when he busted his leg. It's pretty much my job, fixing stuff.
From what I hear, you must be a busy guy.
Yeah, the team's had its share of technical difficulties, that's for sure.
Any idea why that is?
Stuff breaks. If your luck's bad, it breaks a lot. Being such a negative person, though, Scott's like a bad luck magnet. With him in charge, I'd be most surprised if stuff wouldn't breaking down all the time. Not that it bothers me. I like fixing stuff, and I like keeping busy, so this here's the perfect job for me. Plus, I'm learning a whole lot about twisters. You live in these parts, the more you know about them, the better.
Is that why they call you Chase? Because you chase tornadoes?
Do they call you Nancy because you Nancy too many questions? Sorry, that was supposed to be funny. A lot of people think that, but the truth is, it's my name. Has been since before the day I was born.
The guy I'm replacing, what was the matter with his car?
A bunch of stuff. Reason he broke down in the middle of that storm and slipped in all that hell was 'cause his car had run out of antifreeze. Should I say coolant. And that's 'cause mice chewed holes in his hose and made it leak.
Do you still have the hose that got chewed up?
It's over there on the workbench. Take a gander at it if you want.
How do you like working with Scott?
Other than the fact that he can be ornier than a never-ridden bull in a bucking chute and can holler longer and louder than all the football coaches in Oklahoma put together, I like him fine. Got this sixth sense when it comes to twisters. Never seen nothing like it. Kinda spooky sometimes.
Think he'll win the Green Skies competition?
Not a chance. He's got this real negative way about him. Nothing good's ever gonna come his way. Sad but true.
Does everyone on the team think that way?
Don't really know. Don't much care. The truth's the truth no matter what people think.
I've bugged you long enough.
Nice meeting you, Nancy. Just do right by Scott and you'll do fine.
Check.
Howdy. Come on over here and be friendly. That's more like it. Welcome to Mom and Pa's.
I take it you're Pa?
That's me. That's what everybody in 100 miles knows me as, Pa. But I'll tell you something most of them don't know.
That it's not your real name?
Well, ain't you, Miss Smarty Boots? Little Miss Gal from up north who's helping out tornado chasers from the Canute.
How'd you know that?
Not bad for an old codger, huh? Why, I know all sorts of stuff about you. I even know your cell phone number, Miss Nancy Drew. Let's see, it's 523-555-4399. How'd you like them apples?
Someone on the Canute team told you I was coming, didn't they?
Yeah, that they did. Debbie, she told me to keep an eye out for you and gave me your number. See, if something bad happens while you're out there chasing twisters, it's important to have a way to get help. Staying connected in an emergency is just about the best way to stay safe. I'm kind of your emergency action central. Keep your numbers right here by the phone. Debbie fill you in the way things work around here yet?
Don't things work the way they normally do in stores?
Not for y'all. You Canute folk got a lot of credit here, so instead of paying cash for food and equipment and such, you can charge it. You want to buy something that's not on Debbie's list, like something from the snack section, you got to pay for it using Pa pennies.
Using what?
Pa pennies. Like this here. A little something I invented to make coming in here a little more interesting for tourists. In fact, go ahead and take it. You could use it or keep it as a souvenir.
Hey, great. Thanks.
Just a Ma and Pa way of saying nice to meet you.
So do you ever chase tornadoes?
Silliest thing I ever heard tell of. Around here, you're lucky if a tornado don't come chasing after you. People who do that are just asking for it.
So you've seen a tornado?
Of course I have. Pretty much everybody I know has. You research types at all your meters and sensors and recorders and such. Chasing around out there thinking you're doing something all big and important. Know what the only real thing you can do when you see a tornado is, Miss Nancy Drew? Watch. You watch this dark, rampaging monster go tearing across the land, wrecking everything it touches, till all of a sudden, it ain't there no more. You can't go after it, you can't make it put everything back, you can't even get even with it, because it's just gone. All you can do is stand there thinking, now that ain't fair. That just ain't fair.
Sounds like you're talking from personal experience.
That I am. That I am. What else you need?
Well, it was nice meeting you.
I was just gonna say the same thing. Y'all take care now.
Can't check that off yet. That's done. The divining rod that's supposed to be here seems to be missing. I think I've got everything I need. Can I pay for these supplies now?
I suppose so.
Thanks.
Sure thing.
Haven't done that. Did that.
It's late, Nancy. Why don't you call it quits for the day?
That ought to do it. I finished that disaster kit for Scott.
Nice job. I'm supposed to remind you to check in with Debbie. She might need you to do something else.
Will do. Check.
What's up?
Would you happen to know who threw out the sales receipt for dried corn that's in the wastebasket over there?
Dried corn? Why would anyone around here buy dried corn?
To make the little piles of dried corn I keep finding around here. They look a lot more man-made than mouse-made.
Are you suggesting someone has been deliberately feeding the mice?
I think someone's been trying to lure them inside.
Everyone on this team has his quirks, that is for sure. But deliberately causing a mouse infestation? Nobody's that mental.
Why is there a file in the cabinet labeled Grange Theater?
Theater's kind of a passion with me. So when I got here at the beginning of tornado season, I found out the Grange needed a stage manager for the play it's putting on, and volunteered for the job. And soon became the sound and lighting director as well, which means when I'm not here or out in the field, I'm there.
It sounds like you keep pretty busy.
You don't even know the half of it. We're approaching final dress for the Grange's big play of the year. Everyone from around here shows up. You should ask Pa about it. He's got much more of a passion for the stage than you'd expect from a man in overalls.
That's it for now.
Have fun!
Good morning, Debbie.
Nancy, good morning. Got a few things for you today. That storm really shook up those sensors out in the cornfield. Could you put them back in line? After that, you should go spend some time in the field with Frosty. He really wants to show you some of the basics of storm photography. Any chance to show off?
I'll check back with you in a bit.
Have fun!
It looks like I need to connect the red beam to the red sensor and the blue beam to the blue sensor. That looks right.
No, I am staying at Canute. As it is, he's already near the edge. We just have to give him a little push. No one is going to suspect a thing.
I don't know how I feel about this anymore. This is not what I agreed to. I mean, when I said I'd help you, I didn't mean...
Way too late to get cold feet here, Frosty. Scott needs to be taken care of. You know that, and I know that.
You're right. But we can't... No, you're right. It's time to get rid of him.
Hello?
Krollmeister here. This Nancy Drew?
Yes, it's me.
Now, Indy, just when were you planning on bringing me up to speed on all the goings-on out there in Tornado Alley?
Sorry, I meant to call. Actually, this isn't the best time.
Well, that's no excuse. In fact, it's all the more reason to call me and keep me up to the latest on all the happenings going on out there.
Okay, I'll make sure to do that.
You had better, Indy. I've got my hands full down here at the warehouse. I don't have time to follow up and make sure you're getting things done out there, all right? Now, tell me what you've dug up on the team so far. Tell me about this Scott character.
He's a little hard to read. There seems to be some distance between him and the rest of the team. It might be because he wants it that way, but there could be something else. It's almost like no one fully trusts him.
Interesting. You'll make sure to keep a close eye on that one.
Of course, but...
But he's not your only suspect?
Right.
Well, good. Don't hold back. Tell me everything you know. What's up with the Shutterbug? Frosty, is it?
Frosty. He's reckless and impulsive, and definitely up to something. But it's hard to say if he's our guy.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. There can be a lot of money to be made in the sale of storm footage. If I were Frosty, I'd be jumping at the chance to get out of that restrictive contract he's under. I'd keep an eye on somebody like that. What about Debbie?
She's up to something, but I can't tell what.
You stay close to the both of them. Report back to me when you're done.
So, what's up?
I'll catch you later.
See ya.
That's done. This isn't the right car.
Don't forget me. Okay, let's start taking pictures.
All right, where's the best place to go?
We've got a lot of different formations to spot, so if you head on out to the Fraser Creek Windmill, that'd be perfect right now. This will help you identify the shots you need to take. When we get some good photos, we'll move on. That's a good one.
I'll be sure to download the photos into the gallery when we get back to the farmhouse.
You know, I didn't always want to be a storm photographer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I used to want to be a doctor.
What changed your mind?
Studying. It's hard to stay focused on some boring little book when there's so much going on outside. So you got the chasing bug.
The chasing bug?
The chasing bug. Happens to a lot of people. Once you see a few good storms, it gets in your blood or something. Suddenly, sunny days stop being nice, start being boring. You've got to keep a sharp eye out or you'll miss what's right in front of you. I'm getting some great shots here. What about you? You ever heard of nacreous clouds?
What clouds?
They're the Bigfoot of clouds. Extremely rare. People used to think they didn't exist. No one has gotten a good picture of them. They're only near the North and South Poles, but they have this special way of catching the light, and from what I hear, it's amazing. Turns the whole sky red or green or yellow. I get enough money together, that's what I'm going after. So, have you been on the business end of a Scott freakout yet?
I don't know.
Then you haven't. First time I saw one, Debbie took me out for an ice cream sundae. I don't even like ice cream, but after getting yelled at like that, I needed something with sprinkles and a cherry on it. What do you think of Debbie?
She seems to take her job very seriously.
Yeah, that she does. Takes it a little too seriously sometimes, if you ask me. Looks like we've got some big fronts moving across the map the next few days. Probably shouldn't say this considering what happened, but I like you so much more than the old intern. I think we're getting close.
Check. That's done.
What's up?
That's it for now.
Have fun! It's late, Nancy. Why don't you call it quits for the day?
This is a broadcast of the
Hello?
emergency
Is someone
notification
there?
system. There have been multiple reports of a tornado touchdown in the area. All listeners are advised to seek shelter until further notice.
I better get down into the cellar until the storm passes. Shoot, the power must be out. I'm looking for candles. Can you help? Someone is out there, right? Hello? Who's there? Hello? I better look into that in the morning. Good morning.
What did you think of that storm last night? Pretty loud, huh?
Well, yeah, I think it would have been impossible to sleep through that.
You'd be surprised. Chase and Frosty, those two could sleep through a circus explosion. Before I forget, Scott wants to talk to you, so make sure you go in there as soon as you leave here, okay?
Sure thing.
Since it doesn't look like we'll be chasing any storms today, the prairie dogs that have taken up residence by the cornfield, I just got notice that the ag people are going to exterminate them.
What? But that's not fair. They're not hurting anyone.
You're right. Fortunately, there's time for you to move them to the other side of the barn, but you're gonna have to move quickly. I told Chase to come up with a way to move them so they don't get hurt. Hopefully he's figured it out by now, so after you talk to Scott, go talk to Chase.
Got it.
Great, thank you so much. I do it myself, but I'm buried in work right now. You're a lifesaver. Literally.
Nancy, hi. Look, Debbie tells me it would be good for morale if I gave people around here a few attaboys every now and then. So I just wanted to say you did a pretty fair job driving during the chase yesterday.
Thank you.
Well, let's not get cocky. I mean, there's always room for improvement. For instance, when you're driving in a steady downpour, you should always... Ah! Did you see that? Did you see that? Those dagnabbit mice are everywhere, and I'm sick of it. So if you were wondering what your next job was going to be, now you know. Get rid of the mice in here. Just make sure you do it humanely, or Debbie will never let me hear the end of it. Maybe you can get one of those Piper guys, or better yet, some kind of catch-and-release trap at that Ma and Pa store. Just get it done, okay?
Did that.
Hey there.
I'm supposed to relocate those prairie dogs. How do I do that without hurting them?
By using the handy-dandy prairie dog vacuum I just invented, won't hurt one single hair on their furry little heads. At least it won't after I replace this tube with a bigger one. How soon are you supposed to move them?
By the end of the day.
Well, then get yourself over to Mom and Pa's and trade this tube in for one that's a bigger size. I'll set you up as soon as you get back.
Great, thanks.
Anything else on your mind?
Do you know a way I could earn some paw pennies?
Tell you what, over there on my workbench is a bunch of circuit boards for the weather balloons where I was putting up. Now, since I can't put the board to use till it's been wired up just right, how about for every board you wire up right, I pay you something in paw pennies? Of course, since wiring them wrong just makes more work for me, you make too many mistakes and I only pay you some of what you earned up till then, depending on how you did. What do you say?
Sounds great.
Like my dad always said, the best things in life are the things you earn. Anytime you want, just go on over there and start wiring up boards. There's some instructions over there that'll help get you going. Anything else on your mind?
I'll let you go.
Bye now.
This place could really use a cat. I think that's enough.
That's gonna cost you.
That's done.
What's going on there, Nancy?
I need a bigger tube for a vacuum Chase is building for me. Can you help me out?
Sure, long as you do a little something for me.
What's that?
Head over to Snack Aisle. You can update the display I got set up over there.
Sure. I was just wondering, where's the Ma part of Ma and Pa's?
Ma? Oh, she's around, you know, running errands and such. She'll be in later. What else you need?
Debbie tells me you're pretty involved in the local theater.
Now that's a true fact if there ever was one. Nothing quite like being backstage when the lights go down. Come to think of it, it's just like that moment right before the storm hits. When the world goes dark and quiet. And all you can do is cross your fingers and hope for the best.
That mousetrap you have in the museum, the one that lets people catch mice instead of kill them, do you think that maybe I could borrow that?
Well, I think I could lend it to you, sure. Long as you do a little something for me first.
You bet.
You can update the tornado display I got set up over there. Just move the stuff on it around till it compares the old Vegeta way of saying how bad a twister is. You know, F1, F2, F3 and such. Until it correctly compares that scale to the new one. You know, the enhanced Vegeta scale. EF1, EF2, and EF3, and the like. The scale they switched over to a couple years back. You might have to do a little reading, but you can do that for me in return for the mousetrap, right?
No problem.
Atta girl.
I did it!
Done with that Vegeta scale display?
To be honest, I haven't even started it.
So what you need?
I finished up the candy display.
Atta girl. Here.
Thanks.
Howdy, Brooke. Stocking up again so soon? Or you just back 'cause you missed me?
A little of A, and a little of B. Well, go ahead. What's the word out here this week? Don't keep me in suspense.
It's been nothing special to report now, I guess.
Nothing to report? Nothing at all? Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, oh, sure. It's been as slow as weeks, all.
Not even any good gossip about Scott's team? Any new blunders I can take back to the guys? I know it can't be smooth sailing over there these days. I mean, come on.
No. Very smooth sailing with Scott's team is what I always say, but just remember, I got a lot to do in the store. Better get to that. You just grab anything you need now. Take some candy on the way out, too. It's all me.
Okay. See you around, I guess.
Well, congratulations, Nancy. From what I've seen, you got that Vegeta display set up just perfect. So go ahead and help yourself to that mousetrap. Y'all earned it.
That's out of my price range.
Well, if it ain't my favorite customer.
Did you know the divining rod that's supposed to be on display in your museum is missing?
Missing? Why, I had no idea. How'd you like that? Somebody must have took it.
When did you last see it?
It was there when I dusted. That was just last week. Wasn't last month. Anyway, I can't imagine why anybody'd take it. All thing it's good for is fine and all. That's pretty much just a superstition. For most folks, that is. Some people around these parts still swear up and down Divine and Rod's work. Well, guess I'm just gonna have to whittle me up a fake one and stick it in the display. Just be our little secret, okay?
Who was that woman asking all of those questions about Scott?
Now I'm not one to talk bad about people around here, but that was Brooke. She heads up the other team of chasers. Maybe you heard of her.
Is she always so interested in our team?
You'd think y'all were just about the only thing worth babbling on about her, the whole state, from the way she's asking questions.
Really? What does she ask about?
Anything and everything, but mostly she wants to know about any accidents y'all been having lately.
She was really nosy.
Not nosy, just, alright, nosy. But she and Scott are just so much alike. Guess it makes sense they'd always be checking up on each other.
Scott comes in here asking about her?
Oh, without a doubt.
I've enjoyed talking to you.
Stop by anytime.
Haven't done that. Check. That's done. That's done. Still have to do that.
Hey there.
I went to Paws and got a bigger tube for that prairie dog vacuum. This okay?
Well, let's find out. There you go. One-handed dandy prairie dog vacuum.
How does it work?
You just turn it on, stick the tube in the hole, and all the critters in the burrows going to that hole be sucked into the bag.
That sounds a little rough. Are you sure they're going to be okay?
Of course they will. Built this baby here with safety in mind. That's why it's so ugly. Now don't forget, if there ain't any critters in the burrows going to that hole, you'll lose suction and some of the ones that you've caught will escape. You gotta make sure you catch all of them before you move them.
Okay.
Just keep at it and you'll do fine. There's some paw pennies in if you remember to bring this back when you're done. Don't want it falling into the wrong hands. Prairie dog's life is rough enough as it is. Anything else on your mind?
I'd better get going.
Adios.
Looks like the perfect new home for the prairie dogs. I better empty out the vacuum here. Here you go, little guys. Good luck in your new home. What's that flash? I should go check it out. It kind of looks like the money box I found at the farmhouse.
Hey there.
I'm all done with the prairie dog vacuum. Here you go.
Alrighty then. Anything else on your mind?
I'll let you go.
See you around.
Check. Check.
What can I do for you, little lady?
I'll let you get back to work.
Y'all hurry back.
I don't think they like that. You're back, and you've got a trap. Good. The mice seem to hang out a lot by the wall. Try putting it there. Just don't leave till you've caught them. All of them.
I'd better make sure to fill all of the traps.
Could you speed it up a little?
That should do it. I got him.
Well, finally. Now take him outside and dump him. The spring house out on Old Orchard Road. That should be far enough away. Let him go there.
You got it. Check. Check. Did that.
So, what's up?
I've harassed you enough.
Oh, I almost forgot. Do me a favor and give this to Chase for me. I borrowed it from him. Keep forgetting to return it.
Sure.
Thanks, Nancy. You're the bomb.
Come on, darn it, get off, get off, get off!
Who's he talking to?
How come something that makes such a mess be worth so much money? I'm never gonna get this stuff off. These are my best boots, dang it! Get out!
That was a little weird.
Hey there.
Frosty asked me to return this to you.
Thanks.
Does he borrow stuff from you a lot?
Hardly ever. Him and me don't exactly have a ton of stuff in common. He's the outgoing, sophisticated type, and I'm just a simple country boy. Won't let me forget it neither.
What's Debbie's relationship to Frosty like?
Well, I always figured she didn't have much use for him. But lately, seems like she and him been hanging out with each other a lot. Nothing romantic or anything like that, just, talking. Sure don't know about what.
I'll let you go.
Alrighty then.
Did that. Finished for now.
Uh-oh. More work for me means less money for you.
I'm ready to collect my paw pennies.
Uh-oh.
More work for me means less money for you.
Let's move! This storm is about to go critical! We need to get out in the field now! You're riding point with Frosty. Scott and I will be tracking the storm. Let's go!
I don't think this is the right one.
Woohoo! We're gonna get a twister! Oh, check that out. No, shoot. Video camera just died. Here, fix it. I've got to keep shooting stills. These are some great shots.
I'm working on it. I fixed it. Here you go, Frosty.
Just in time, thanks. Uh-oh, we got some trouble. The funnel is headed right for that building. Look at that! Knocked that barn flat! I hope it was as abandoned as it looked. It's roping out! It didn't record a thing. I thought you said you fixed it.
I did fix it.
Let's head back to the homestead.
So, still think tornadoes are cool?
You bet I do. I think what they are is cool, but after today, I'm sure not a fan of what they do.
That's something that researchers, myself included, all too often forget. As exciting as it is to chase tornadoes, they are hugely destructive, and the damage they do to lives and livelihoods is all too often horrible and irreparable. What a disheartening day. An EF3, and we failed to get so much as 1 inch of footage on it, thanks to you.
What do you mean, thanks to me?
Frosty says you failed to fix his video camera in time to record anything.
But that's not true. I fixed it in plenty of time.
Look, I don't want to hear excuses. Just go. Call it a day and make sure it doesn't happen again, okay? Okay.
Hi, Debbie. How's it going?
Morning, Nancy. Looks like it's shaping up to be another big day for all of us. First things first, we've got huge communications problems right now. I had Chase fix up the GPS units and add the comm antenna location. I need you to take a trip over to see what the problem is. After that, I know Chase asked if you could drop by and talk to him, okay?
That's it for now.
Have fun!
Can't check that off yet.
Nancy, now this is what you call perfect timing. I was just getting ready to put the transmission of this car back together. But seeing as you're here and seeing as Debbie said I should feel free to give any job I don't have time for to you, that's just what I think I'll do.
Sounds like fun.
All you gotta do is put the gears I just cleaned back on 3 horizontal rods. There's a notch for each gear, so just figure out which size gear goes to which notch. Of course, you gotta make sure when the gears line up vertically, they touch but don't overlap each other. It's not hard, just takes a little time and a little bit of trial and error.
No problem. Yes, I did it. I got all the gears back on the rods.
Fine job, Nancy. Now come on over here. Something else I need you to do.
I need for you to run this here estimate over to Scott. It's for the body work that needs to be done on Pete's car. Scott's supposed to look it over and sign it before I give the repair shop the go-ahead.
Well, I'll take it to him.
Appreciate it. Anything else on your mind?
I'll check back with you later.
Bye now.
Haven't done that. Check.
What's going on?
Oh, Chase asked me to give you this estimate from the auto repair shop.
Oh yeah, he warned me this was coming. I'll take care of it, thanks. Pretty scary how much damage a bunch of frozen raindrops can do to a car. Of course, they've been frozen to the size of golf balls thanks to several miles worth of updraft.
Was that Frosty?
Yes, that was Frosty. Look, go down there and whatever his problem is, take care of it, okay? I don't have time for any histrionics.
Nancy, come over here! Look, try not to get upset, but I just discovered we have a really big problem down here. Mice. One just scampered right across my keyboard. My keyboard, Nancy! That's way over the line!
You're afraid of mice?
What, who, me? What, afraid? No. I mean, so what if they crawl all over everything and come darting out of the shadows when you least expect it and have those tiny pink feet and those skinny little tails? Okay, yes, mice totally creep me out, all right? The point is, I can't get anything done with them scampering their brains out down here, and somebody like you needs to get rid of them. Please?
I'd be happy to.
Bless you. Okay. Well, what are you waiting for? Go for it.
What can I do for you, little lady?
I'll let you get back to work.
Stop by anytime.
All done.
That's gonna cost you.
All done.
Afraid that was one mistake too many.
I'm ready to collect my paw pennies.
That's gonna cost you.
Finished for now.
That's gonna cost you.
I think that's enough.
Afraid that was one mistake too many.
I think that's enough.
That's gonna cost you.
I'm ready to collect my paw pennies.
That's gonna cost you.
I think that's enough.
Uh-oh. More work for me means less money for you.
Finished for now.
Uh-oh. More work for me means less money for you.
I think I'll do this later. That's done. Score! Nancy Drew wins again. I win! Bring on the pennies! And that's how the West was won. That's all of them. Don't worry, fellas. You're gonna like your new home. Haven't done that. Did that.
The TV's sort of broke. Sometimes if you hit it, it'll work.
Previously. Previously on Are You a Detective?
Andrew Morris, you are not a detective.
Previously on Detective Beach.
You're a loose cannon, McNorton.
Previously on.
Can't check that off yet. Lynn sure did a number on these things. There's pieces of them everywhere. There, now they should work. What's that? Somebody on Scott's team probably dropped this. I need to get out of here.
Turn ahead 999 leagues.
That's not the right way back to the farm. What is going on here? Somebody must have programmed this thing to give faulty directions.
Turn left, right, destination. Turn ahead 999 leagues. Drive, turn straight, clear with caution.
Check. That's done.
Hey there.
Did you fix the GPS devices?
Sure did.
I think maybe they could use some more work. Mine went berserk and tried to lead me directly into the path of a storm.
You did what now?
It tried to lead me right into the storm.
I'm real sorry, Nancy. All I did was run a few updates and... I'm very sorry it went haywire on you. I'll make sure it never happens again.
That's it for now.
Bye now.
Did that.
Hey, Nancy. Frosty's got quite the unusual scream, doesn't he?
Well, he had kind of a good reason.
Oh, come on. Did you scream when you saw that mouse in Scott's office? No. He thinks he's so smooth. First time I heard him do that, I thought my little sister was downstairs.
Thanks to that faulty GPS, I wound up in the middle of a violent thunderstorm on my way back from fixing the antenna. I know it sounds paranoid, but I think someone tampered with it.
You sure you were operating it correctly?
Positive.
I'll have Chase take a look at it. What else is going on?
I better get to work.
Have fun!
Hello, Nancy.
What did you mean when you said before that the school would sell the farm if you lose?
Just what I said. Right now, Canute College offsets the costs of maintaining this place with funds from private companies like the Healy Healy. But apparently that money's about to dry up, so if we don't win this competition, there goes the farm.
Do you remember that interview you gave after Ma died?
Nope. Why do you ask?
I read it, and it seems like a lot has changed for you over the last few years.
What's that supposed to mean?
You sounded much more excited about your work.
Yeah, well, that's the reality of life, Nancy. You don't honestly think life gets more exciting as you age, do you? Because it doesn't. Dreams fade, hearts get broken, friends get too lost in their own lives to call. Trust me, enjoy your youth while you have it, kid, because the downhill ride, it ain't fun.
That's not true.
Now I see why Debbie speaks so highly of you. Optimists of a feather. Tell you what, I'll admit that you just may be right. I hope you're right. I just don't think you are. Let's switch topics, all right? This has been a long enough trip down memory lane for the day.
Guess I'll get going.
Whatever.
I can't go to bed yet.
Look at that!
But
Knock
I
that
fixed
barn
it.
flat. I hope it was as abandoned as it looked. It's roping out! So, what's up?
How come Scott told me you didn't get any footage on that tornado we saw?
Because I didn't. I told you. That camera you said you'd fixed was still broken.
But I did fix it. I'm sure of it.
Nope, still broken. You can see for yourself if you want. I left it upstairs. In all the excitement, I didn't double check your work until it was too late. So I guess it's partially my fault. I told Scott to go easy on you, and since you're still standing, guess he did. Look, we just had some bad luck. Means odds are next time, we'll have good luck. Stuff happens. Forget about it.
I need to get going.
Bye now.
Did that.
One of the things I want you to do today is trap the mice I keep seeing by the table and get them out of here. They're starting to get pretty annoying.
I'll check back with you in a bit.
Have fun!
What's going on there, Nancy?
Have a good day.
Don't let them Canutes work you too hard.
And that's how the West was won. finished for now.
Afraid that was one mistake too many.
All done.
That's gonna cost you.
I think that's enough.
Uh-oh. More work for me means less money for you.
I think that's enough.
Afraid that was one mistake too many.
All done.
That's gonna cost you.
All done.
Looks like it's try again.
All done.
No pennies for you, looks like.
All done.
That's gonna cost you.
That's all of them. Don't worry, fellas. You're gonna like your new home. Did that.
It's late, Nancy. Why don't you call it quits for the day?
Morning, Debbie. What's up?
If I seem a little frantic, it's because there's a front moving in capable of producing a supercell, maybe even lots of supercells. So we're moving out ASAP. Everyone's already outside. You'll ride with Chase in the... Holy cow, that was the jack for Scott's phone. Forget what I was saying. You're gonna have to stay here and fix Scott's phone connection. Scott will freak if he comes back and his phone doesn't work. Soon as I finish entering these data, I am out of here. Go on, go fix that phone. Go!
But how do I fix a phone? I've never done anything like that.
It probably just needs to be rewired. I've seen you work. I know you can figure this out for us.
Come on, Debbie, let's get going.
On my way.
That should do it. There, all fixed. What's that sound?
So the guy, it's his first time out seeing a system.
As long as you're making sure that everything looks right, you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, I know what I'm doing here.
That's Scott. This headset must have some kind of wireless connection to his cell phone. Wonder who he's talking to.
Congratulations! Any chance you can keep your act together so that the rest of the world doesn't also know what you're up to?
No one suspects a thing, Brooke.
Brooke? That's the name of the leader of that rival Chase team.
Let's try to keep it that way.
You worry about keeping up your part of the deal. I've got everything and everyone under control out here.
Looks like I need a key. There's some kind of residue on the blade. Smells like coolant. Did that. Check. Can't check that off yet. Looks like Chase stepped in that oil puddle I saw by the sprinklers. Or are there other puddles of oil around here? Can't check that off yet. Mice? I don't know. Looks to me like this was made by the knife I saw in Scott's office. Still have to do that. Hello?
Nancy! Good. Glad I got you. You all right now? Everybody get through that storm?
Yeah, we're all fine.
Great. I was hoping so, but after something that big, thought I'd better check. While I got you on the phone, something's come up, and I could really use you down at the store. Please, hurry.
Okay, I'll be right there.
You're here, and you brought the mousetrap. Good. Because I've been seeing a lot of mice lately, especially by that homesteader display in the museum. Must have a nest right beside it. I want you to catch them for me and get them out of here before the health department hears about it. They give me a hard enough time already for selling all them Cocoa Kringle products.
I can do that for you, sure.
That's a spit. Here. Here's one of them moon chunks to use as bait.
Ooh, I'll need that. Thanks.
So you just go on over there and have at it.
finished here.
Thank you kindly. Now get him out of here before any tourists see him. Thanks for catching that mice, Nancy.
Check. Did that. That wasn't there before. That's the divining rod that's missing from the museum. I wonder if someone was trying to hide it. That wasn't there before. That's the divining rod that's missing from the museum. I wonder if someone was trying to hide it. And stepped in that pool of oil over there in the process.
Wow, Evan ain't my favorite customer.
You'll be happy to know I found your missing divining rod.
Well, put the cat out of the rain. Where was it?
Out in the spring house.
If you can put it back in the display, I'll be truly grateful.
I've enjoyed talking to you.
See you soon.
Can't check that off yet. That's done.
Hey, thanks for fixing the phone. You didn't miss much on the chase.
You didn't miss much around here either.
Well, that's the breaks. Hey, since you're so good at fixing things, why don't you fix the TV? I think we've abused it enough. It's not getting any picture.
That's it for now.
Have fun.
What's going on?
I heard someone talking about some Brooke person. Who is she again?
Brooke Tavener. She heads the chase team that in all likelihood is going to whoop our collective Fanny in the competition.
What's she like?
I don't know. Look, if it's all the same to you, I'd just as soon talk about something else, okay?
Pa tells me that you've been asking him about Brooke. Is that true?
Huh? No, that's not true.
That's what he said.
You know, maybe you should spend less time talking to Pa and more time doing your job here, Nancy. Rich uncle or no, you have work to do. So do it!
Why don't you get a cat for your mice problem?
Cats? Forget about it. I'm deathly allergic to cats. Mice are annoying, but at least they don't leave me sneezing and short of breath.
Guess I'll get going.
Fine by me.
I can't turn in. I still have stuff to do.